creepy. It's really weird. Okay, so this is notice regarding payment. Now, I wanted to get to this really quick before I ran out of time on the video. This is filed by her attorney, Anthony Albert, and this is basically a declaration. And this is now, Jason has now gotten a lawyer and paid for a lawyer so that he could get the restraining order off of him. He doesn't want the restraining order on him because he has guns, and he wants to own his guns, and that's fine with me. But he wants the restraining order taken off of him, and I'm not okay with that because he's abusive and threatening and going to kill somebody. Probably going to kill one of my kids or Kendra, and then everybody's going to fucking feel sorry. Now, this declaration in here is 10 pages long, 9 pages long, and all it is irrelevant nonsense about me being abusive to her. Just 8 or 9 pages of just abuse. And it's not, none of it's accurate. None of it's true. Okay, this is her narrative after her boyfriend got a restraining order against him. Okay? And any judicial officer or judge or lawyer or court clerk with a grain of salt would have realized that was going on and would have told her to knock it off or that she can't file that paperwork in there. You know, if a judge is sitting there and overlooking this case and he's allowing just 9 pages of total freaking horse ass right after her boyfriend got a restraining order, then those are the things that I would be looking for in a custody case. You know, is she lying? Is she lying for her boyfriend? This is now the second boyfriend that she's had that she's lying for. Okay. Now we get to July, and this is what happens. In July, Judge Burgess makes a decision, a legal decision, for custody of the children, and it's basically like a permanent order. This is the recommendation, and then you have I have the stipulation agreement. Okay, this is a order after hearing. Right, so basically we went to court, we had a discussion. He looks at the declarations, he looks at the evidence, he talks to both of us. This is what's going on in court. Okay, Kendra tells him that basically making up stories about her boyfriend, and Judge Burgess got pissed at her. He got furious at her, dude, because what she keeps doing is she keeps putting her boyfriend first above her kids. Okay, so this is what happens every time. Mother shall be present with children is around Jason to protect everyone's safety. Is it to protect my safety? No. Is it to protect Kendra's safety? Partially. Is it to protect my children's safety? Yes. Jason Lord is not supposed to be around my kids because he's abusive. This was already in 2020. And there's 5 pages of basically a custody agreement, and I'm the sole physical and legal custody of my children because she's allowing this to happen. Okay? It's not rocket science. It's not I'm not lying, okay? I don't want to lie about Kendra. She has plenty of problems on her own, dude. All I'm trying to do is keep my children safe. Now, see what happens? Now, look, okay? This is the same order. Same recommendation. Same order, same thing, right? Same order, same thing. Now, somebody from the Shasta County Superior Court goes and takes this file right here, right? And they attach 10 more pages of recommended counseling from 2017, 5 years ago, right? 5 years ago, all the nasty things that Kendra's saying about me because she came up here from Sacramento, right? And then look, here we go again. Another 5 pages, dude, of everything it says about me. It's all about me. This is supposed to be child service cases against us. These are all against Kendra. This is my criminal history. Why does my criminal history have to be in here 5 years later? And it says right at the top, domestic violence restraining order. Okay. Now, goes on and on and on about what a bad piece of shit, horrible fucking husband I am, and how Jason Lord is her new fiance. Okay. It's 5 pages. It has nothing to do with child custody. Has nothing to do with emergency custody orders. Has nothing to do with anything else other than Kendra, new love of her life, and the reason why I filed a restraining order against him. I'm serious. That's all it says. Now, his recommendation is to allow Jason to be around the kids, right? Which doesn't make sense to me, dude, because everything that's happened in these 6 months shows me that he's abusive and he's abusing the kids. So it doesn't make sense to me to grant him any visitation. Now this is what happens. This is the court order after that. Judge Jody Burgess, May 11th, 2020. Filed June 1st. Kendra and Jacob, stipulation agreement. Basically saying this is going to be it. And he signs and dates it. And everybody's happy, okay? Now look. Petitioner's the mother. Respondent's the father. Right? Now it says all 3 kids' names. And it says joint legal custody, joint physical custody. Right? And it says that because we're doing joint together. Now, joint physical, joint legal. Somebody goes back in these court orders, right, and they put like mother as sole physical custody, and then they confuse Kendra because she doesn't understand. She doesn't have sole physical and legal custody at this point. She has she has split. And split's fine, you know. Both parents making decisions for their children is probably the best. Now, I've highlighted these areas right here because back in 2020, somebody was blocking me from getting medical records and access to their medical history and medical appointments and stuff like that. And I didn't understand why, dude, because they're blocking me from getting it. Now, it says right here, children entered in counseling, parents using Talking Parents app, both parents agree on counselor with child, 6-month review on December 7th. See how simple this is, man? Look how simple this is. It's straightforward, to the point. Let's get rolling, right? This case has been going on way too long, okay? Somebody interferes from this point of the case on 4/21/2020 so bad that my kids get molested and beat up again. Jason and Kendra won't let the kids use the phone anymore and won't let them call anywhere. I don't know where my son Jace is at. Nobody does. And I get arrested again for no fucking reason, sat in jail for a year, and have a protective order against me. And the Shasta County, this is the craziest part, okay? All of that has happened within 1 year of this court order, okay? Within 6 months, dude, my kids are getting abused and locked in the bedroom, and I can't get a hold of them, and nobody's saying anything about it, right? But not only that, the person that interferes from this point forward has been doing it for the past 4 or 5 years. His name's Judge Gibson, Gary Gibson. And he does this to people in their cases, and other judges and other court clerks and the marshals, they have been watching this happening, and they're not doing anything about it. It's disgusting. It's sickening, dude. It's gross. And I know my daughter's been molested in Shasta County, and they're not fucking doing anything about it. They haven't investigated any of it. Nobody knows why she's getting molested or by who, but she keeps getting molested. And She's with Kendra all the time now. And not only that, but you got creepy Judge Gibson that does speech therapy ordered by Judge Gibson and investigating ordered by Judge Gibson and all this crazy shit, dude. He took Jackson Ava away from Kendra last year, and Kendra didn't see him for months. So where the fuck are the kids at this whole time? And not only that, but I want to know where they're at, and Kendra should know where they're at. And nobody in this county is letting us know where they're at. And what they're saying is they're investigating stuff. It's out of pocket, it's out of line, dude. So I'm sitting there talking to the district attorney's office on the phone, like I'm talking to her about this case, right? And I'm frustrated and I'm mad because I haven't seen my kids in months, right? And she's telling me basically that this judge has granted her custody orders of the two minor children, temporary custody order, and that I don't have the right to call them or talk to them anymore. I don't have custody orders. And this is after 5 years of this happening, right? This has happened before in 2016 and 2017. We got through that. Then we had split custody for a while. Now we're into 2020. I have full custody and legal custody of the kids, so physical and legal. And he grants her a temporary order of the two youngest kids and takes them out of my home within months, dude. And nobody says anything about it. So I'm sitting there fighting with the district attorney's office and the Reddington Police Department and Anderson Police Department, but they don't understand all of this. They don't understand all this has happened. They understand that she just got granted a court order. And why? Why did she get granted a court order, right? Now, here's another thing that's filed on Kendra's behalf. And here's another declaration, and it's a different signature. Look, it's totally different. Completely different. This one's way different than the other ones. And it's different handwriting. Okay, this is way different handwriting. Alright? Completely different. Okay? And I know who this is, and I've asked several times for this to be investigated and for her to be arrested, and they won't do it. It says, I would like another restraining order against me, Jacob Snyder, because I fear for my safety. He refuses to follow our court order to only have communication with me when he's involving the children. Through the Talking Parents app, he leaves numerous threatening voicemails and text messages that I have included. Jacob Snyder got into my car when we were dropping him off on my son and refused to leave, stating, after 3 years or something like that, Jacob is still sending me family pictures and threatening, if he can't have me, no one can. In the past, Jacob has beat me, raped me, locked me in the trunk of a car, broken my nose, broken bones, broken my nose, my children, and I live at one safe place for 4 months. Now look at this, dude. This is not her signature. This is not her signature. This is not her handwriting. And somebody is saying these things about me that is fucking influencing this custody case, this family law case. And they're saying lies about me. I never broke her nose. I didn't beat her and rape her and break her nose and put her in the fucking trunk of a car and drive her to Texas. And, the restraining order against me was expired in 2019. So there's no longer any restrictions or any other communication restrictions between me and Kendra. The restraining order is now expired. It's done. So whatever this person's talking about, dude, they don't understand what's going on. Communication with Kendra would only be with the kids because I don't give a fuck about her. I had a girlfriend at the time. But at the same time, this Talking Parents app thing is so that the courts can monitor the text messages back and forth. So whoever this is, they want those messages between me and Kendra to be able to be monitored by the court. Okay? Now, it says threatening voicemails and text messages. She should have proof of that. You should not be able to say things about somebody in a courtroom and not have any evidence. Okay? That is perjury. That is slander. Okay? You can't file this in a court of law and say negative things about me. And not only that, but I don't even fucking know who this is. I don't know who this is. Kendra doesn't either. Look at the difference in the signatures. You know, this is now the same, right? Say the same now, right? That's the same. Now that's the same. Okay. Now look at what it's attached to. Okay. A whole nother paragraph of whatever bad things said about me. Okay. Right. All this is bad. All this is negative, bad stuff about me in a family law custody battle or custody case of my kids, and I just got full custody of all three of them. And this is what they add to it. About 30 pages of something from online. And look at what it says right here. It says browser decisions, People versus Snyder, legal, right? Email print. It says right here, cited case, the People versus Jacob Snyder defendant, Court of Appeals, 3rd District, right? Now watch. Not to be published. California rules prohibit parties from citing or relying on opinions not certified for public or publication or ordered published except specifically by rule blah blah blah. The opinion has not been certified or publication ordered published for purposes of rule this. This means you can't add this to a fucking public record about somebody because it's not published. It hasn't been published, and not only that, but they don't know if it's all accurate or not. They don't know if this is all true. So they're saying don't use that because it might not all be true. And they just added this to my family law case, dude. Who's getting all these text messages from Kindred? Who's filing all this stuff? What is going on? This is 20 pages, dude, of text messages from apparently her phone. Why is somebody using that information? It's not her signature. And this is now November of 2020. And not only that, but these little initials right here, like that usually means like a judge has looked it over and approved it. Or a court clerk. So my question is, and my question has been at the same time at Shasta County Superior Court, is look at this case file, okay? And tell me what is going on with this family law case and who and another person other than me and Kendra have been trying to make me look bad in family law, but also illegally filing paperwork on her behalf. And it's a very simple concept, dude. She's not doing it. I'm not doing it. Who's doing it? And why are they doing it? And look at how much is in here, you know? And I want to know who it is. And I've asked Kendra, and she said she doesn't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so every time I ask somebody in Shasta County Superior Court who's forging documents and signatures, they look at me like I'm fucking stupid. They look at me like it's not possible, but it is possible because these are the case files that I've gotten copies from Shasta County Superior Court.